Okay, so, all right, good. It's always spinning, so I'm always not sure if I'm, okay. Hello, everybody. I am Dr. Naima, and I help the exhausted, overworked women entrepreneur online service base get to six figures by overcoming the money mindset blocks so that she can spend time with her family the way she wants to, so that she doesn't have to work all day, ladies. So if you're here live, hashtag live. If you're here on the replay, hashtag replay. I'm going to talk to you all about the things that I learned, the three things that I learned by making 20K and working 5 hours or less a day, right? So if you're here live, hashtag live. If you're here on the replay, hashtag replay, because this is going to be a dialogue. I want to hear from you, okay? So if you're ready for this to be a year where you no longer have to factor in money in terms of how you spend your time, spending time with your kids the way you want to, vacationing the way you want to, being home watching Netflix, because I like Netflix, if you want to, when you want to. I want you to drop money is not an obstacle for me in the chat. Yes, it's a long sentence, but the reality is this. If we keep thinking that money it is hard to come by, we'll never come by it in our businesses, right? If we continue to believe that we have to work hard to get money, it'll never come into our businesses. And ladies, it's not just about money. I have some statistics that I have written down here that I really want to talk about, right? Women make up half of the population in the United States. Half, right? But when you look at the people who make the decisions, mostly our politicians and the people who are making our decisions, most of them are men. Why do you think there are things like, and I'm a nurse by profession, there are diseases that are predominantly affecting men that have a higher cure rate, like prostate cancer. But then you look at the cure rates for something like cervical cancer is very, very low. Okay? 13% of men in the United States right now are making 100K and more, whether it's in a business or their jobs. Only 6% of women are. Okay? Men are 3 times more likely to have a 7-figure business than women entrepreneurs are. 3 times likely. Why does that matter? When women have wealth, ladies, 90% of the wealth that women have go back into community and go back into the family. So what does that mean? Children have better nutrition. Families have better outcomes. Children have better attendance rates. There's less poverty. 90% of what wealthy women earn go back into the community and their families. For men, only 35% of what they make go back into the community or the family. This is why we have to normalize talking about and making money as women. It's not just about, I want to have money to throw up in the air. No, it's because when women are making money, the world is better. There's too many numbers out there about that. Yes, Facebook users' mind is blown, right? So if you're ready to learn how to make 20K a month, and I've only been in business for 14 months, ladies, 20K a month while working less than 5 hours a day, I want you to drop your favorite money emoji into the chat. Because the reality is this, until you get comfortable talking about money when it's not a hardship, you will start making the money you want to make. Right? Everybody posts on social media when they're having a money struggle. Oh, I'm getting evicted. Oh, I can't this, I can't that. But as soon as you make all this money, you're doing great, you're investing in charities, nobody says anything because you can't, because it's not humble, right? So it's a lie. So I wanted to tell you the 3 things that I learned, right? But let me tell you about my client, Charlene. Charlene came to me. She's a single mother, right? Her daughter at the time was 3. She was charging $800, get this, total, for a 12-week sleep coaching program, right? Within 45 days of us working together. We increased the price of her package to $5K. But before we could increase the package, we had to craft a high ticket package. Within 45 days, she signed her first $5K client who signed up in full. So she went from coming to me saying, you know, first of all, I don't want to increase my prices. I'm scared to do that. I can't get past a certain amount of money in my business, to having a client pay her $5,000 paid in full. Okay? Because what a lot of us women are doing, we're lowballing ourselves. We're not charging enough. And please don't charge your worth, because you're worth more than rubies, right? You have to have a specific formula that I help my clients with in terms of pricing their high ticket offers. So let's talk. All right, let's talk. So the first thing I learned was that you can charge premium prices from day one. Something I hear from women a lot is, I have to wait until I get testimonials before I can price a lot. If you're guilty of that, put 1. You think that you have to have a whole bunch of testimonials in order to price high. Put 1 in the comment section. So I want you to put 2 in the comment section if you're somebody who thinks that having high prices means in some way you can't be of service. You can't possibly be service-based. I can't serve if I charge too much. I want you to put a 2 in the chat area. Right? So 1, if you think you need a lot of testimonials to charge premium prices. 2, if you think you cannot be a heart-led entrepreneur to charge high prices. And 3, I want you to put a 3 in the comment section if you have a Jesus complex. What does that mean? If you're somebody who says, I can't raise my prices because the people that I'm here to help will not be able to afford my services, therefore, I'm going to lowball myself. Put a 3. If any of those are your excuses, and you're going to keep lowballing yourself, all the dreams and aspirations and the impact that you want to make as an entrepreneur is not going to happen when you want it to happen. You know, when you want to get up whenever you want to and not have to work all day, that's not going to happen. You know, when you want to work 4 or 5 hours a day only, but now you're stuck working 12 and 16 hours a day and not bringing in revenue, until you increase your prices, you'll be there longer. Second thing I learned, I have been conditioned to believe that I can't be humble and make money. I had so many money blocks around that until I worked with a coach who told me, look at all the movies of these really, really rich women. Oh, Zam Zam says she's a 1 and a 2. Okay. Of all these rich women, the Devil's Wear Prada, right? They're usually bitchy and rich. They're never nice. So we've been conditioned to believe that if we in any way want to make more money, that we are not humble. I'm so tired of hearing from women entrepreneurs things like this. It's not about the money. I just want to serve. So I'm going to charge. I had one, she's charging $17 a month for her services. 17. And she came to me and she said, I'm so desperate. I don't want to go back to work. And when I said to her, okay, have you considered raising your prices? Oh, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. So I said to her, I said, let's look at the numbers. I said, how much do you want to bring in? She said, I want to bring in $5,000 a month. So I took out my phone. I said, $5,000 divided by 17 per month. You got to bring in 294 people to make that money. Right? 294 people. So what I want to encourage you to do is figure out what is the price point. What is your goal? How much do you want to bring in? Let me know in the chat area. What is your ideal revenue goal? Do you want to bring in $20,000, $30,000, $40,000? What do you want to bring in? And as you think about that, look at what you're offering. If you're offering something like this person, she wanted to bring in $5,000 and she was charging $17 a month for her services. She would have to bring in 294 clients. But if she were to increase her price, let's say even if it's just $1,000, now all she has to bring in is 5 people to meet that goal. Doesn't 5 sound so much better? So I had to realize, that second thing, I had to realize I've been conditioned that being broke is okay. I've been conditioned that wanting to make bank is immoral. Right? So the first thing I learned was that you can charge premium prices from day one. You are not charging based off of how long you've been an entrepreneur. You are charging based off of the experience that you bring to the table and the transformation you can give your client. 2, you have to understand that we've been conditioned to believe that wanting money is a bad thing. 3, I learned that the 8-hour workday that we have accepted as being normal was not even created by us women. Ladies, you know that if you don't know the history of the United States or the world, women didn't have any real say. So we have accepted the 8-hour workday because men told us that is the only way that you can make any real money in your business or in your life. I was an assistant professor of nursing, making 6 figures, working 40 and 50 hours a week. And I thought that was normal living. So when I became an entrepreneur, I would sit at my computer and I would ignore my family. I would ignore my family because I was on the computer working hard, working long hours because I have been conditioned that that is okay. So ladies, let's set our own norms. I work anywhere between 3 to 5 hours a day, and sometimes I even take Fridays off. So that's like 4 days a week. I'm bringing in multi six figures. My clients are bringing in $8,000 and $10,000 into their businesses a month within the first 45 days. So you do not have to overwork yourself. And I've only been an entrepreneur for 14 months. Ladies, you do not have to wait for 3 and 4 and 5 years to bring multiple 6 figures in your business. You don't have to do that. So 1, increase your prices now, not tomorrow. Do it now, right? But you have to make sure you have crafted a high ticket offer. 2, remember, we have been conditioned to believe that having money stories is it's a good thing. It's good to struggle. It's good, right? It's not, right? And the third thing, ladies, you do not have to work 8 hours a day, 10 hours a day to make multi 6 figures in your business. In fact, if you look at Most Millionaires, there's a book, I forgot who the author is, but it's the 4-hour work week. Dude is like a multi-millionaire, multi-billionaire. The more money you make, the less time you have to work, the more time you get to spend with your family, the more time that you get to just have freedom of time, travel, eat what you want, Netflix and chill if you want, do whatever you want with your time, right? But the thing is, I want to know from you, what gets in your way? Is it 1, you don't like to be visible, so you don't show up on lives, you don't do what you need to do to show up in your business? Is it 2, you have accepted the money story? So you can't call in money and bring in money into your business because the reality is you don't believe you can. So you keep attracting people who tell you, I can't afford it. Is it 3, you continue to believe the myth that you don't have time? So you're not making the time to do what you need to do to get to the 4 or 5 hour workday in your business, to get to that multiple 6 figures, to spend time with your loved one, to spend time the way you want. So here's an opportunity for you. A lot of times women were waiting for permission to take care of ourselves. So I wanted to offer you this permission. You have the right to prioritize you. That means that if you choose to make time for your business, to scale it, to multi 6 figures in 12 months, to have time the way you want to have time, I have an exclusive, no cost, 6-figure accelerator masterclass. And the link is attached to this video here. but it's invite only. I need to get to know you because I don't want people in my world who don't believe that they can have the life that they dream of, that car that you dream of, the mortgage paid off that you dream of, the house that you want. I want people who believe those things. Since this my first year of business, making multi six figures, the only debt my husband and I still have is our house and our student loans. Cars are paid off, credit cards are paid off, kids' college funds are started, and that's only in year one. So I invite you to join my masterclass. Here's what we're going to discuss: how to get to a 4 to 5 hour work day in your business within the next 3 to 6 months. 2, how to bring in your first 5 or 10K client within the next 30 to 45 days. How to shift to a 6-figure mindset so that you can begin actually making the impact that you said you wanted to make and making the money you want to make. Thank you, Daisy. Right? So if that's you, I invite you to click the link, apply. It's the no-cost masterclass is next Tuesday. We are only accepting 10 women. We have currently accepted 3, and there's 6 applications that we still have to look at. It's not a first come, first serve, but we're definitely not looking at anybody after tomorrow. Because we want people in there who understand that women get to make money. We want women in there who understand that it's time for you to spend all the time you want doing whatever the fuck you want to do. It is time for you to be able to afford whatever you want to buy without having to look at the budget, without having to penny pinch. If that's you, the opportunity is here. Apply. My team and I are going through applications over the next 24 hours, and we'll be sending out emails and DMs to people who we have exclusively invited to this. It is not for everybody, right? Ladies, I am Dr. Naima, and I'm here to help you build bank, be your own boss, and have the life of your dreams. Have a good day.